So we have 0.7 of an inch at 100 yards.
Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Lithgow LA101 Crossover in 22 Magnum. Now this rifle is the latest offering in their rimfire range. Now guys, they did very well obviously with the 22 LR. That's sold quite strongly here in Australia. I mean, you've only got to go to a range and see how many of them are on the firing line to see the truth in that. Now they've come out with 22 Magnum and also 17 HMR. So you've got it in a few different options. So first of all, let me just go ahead, clear it for you. You can see there's nothing in it. Now the options available, obviously you've got the synthetic stock here with the Cerakote titanium finish. Now you can actually get it in a laminate stock and also in a walnut stock. So if you're a little bit more traditional, you like the wooden finish, then you can get that as well. So I've opted here, I've got the synthetic and the stainless, just like I've got in the normal 22 LR. Now let me show you first of all what actually comes with the rifle. Pretty straightforward. You've got a spare spacer for the buttstock and you've got the standard manual here. Now this manual is identical regardless of the rimfire caliber that you get with your LA101. Now I'll start off with a run by of it too, guys. It's honestly finished just really nicely, like just everything from the stock, the receiver, the barrel. There's just no imperfections that I can see. You know, it just looks really nice, this rifle. And I highly recommend that you actually have a look at one if you haven't, because, you know, for the quality that's in it and the price and everything, I really rate these rifles quite a lot. So anyhow, let's have a look at the specs of it, guys. The overall weight of this is 3.1 kilos or 6.8 pounds. Overall length is dependent on how you've got the spacers configured, but approximately a metre in length or 39 inches. Now the barrel here is 53 centimetres or 21 inches in length. It's cold hammer forged steel, comes to a nice 11-degree target crown. It's a 1 in 16 inch twist and 6 groove. Now it's finished with the Cerakote titanium finish, so it just looks really, really nice, not to mention the actual benefits you get from Cerakote with regards to abrasion resistance and just durability. Now the match chamber in this is supposed to be tighter than the semi spec. So in other words, there's a semi-match chamber and the tolerances are tighter than the actual specs set for 22 Magnum. So I'm expecting a lot of accuracy basically. This one here too, you'll notice it has a threaded barrel, so it's a 1/2 by 20 UNF thread, so perfect for areas where you can use suppressors, you know. So I imagine this would be quite popular in New Zealand, UK for example. Here in Australia obviously we're even more limited, but there's still guys who'd like to put a muzzle brake or something on just for cosmetic appearance. Now the receiver is also coated with Cerakote. The bases are as well, and the bases come with it. You can see a couple of different safety features obviously straight away. Now you've got the port here, the gas port, so obviously that's a safety feature. Should you rupture a cartridge, then the gases can escape out the side. You also got the safety here, just a 2-position safety, pretty straightforward. When it is actually on safe, now you can't naturally pull the trigger, however you can manipulate the action. So just put it forward and then naturally you can fire the action from there. Now the receiver is made from high tensile steel. Look, I've had no problems with my 22 LR, so I doubt I'd have problems with 22 Magnum or the 17 HMR. It is just built like a tank, honestly. It is just so well built, this. Now the bolt, I'll take that out. It has a nice 60-degree throw, which is a really short throw. Really aids with just fast follow-up shots and just comfort, just straight out comfort when you're using the rifle. I mean the bolt knob here, it's just nylon, the shroud's nylon as well, but it just feels so nice in the palm of your hand when you're actually manipulating that bolt. It's really nice. You've got 3 locking lugs at the rear here, so look, like I say, it's built like a tank, so you'll definitely not have any problems in that department. Now the trigger on it, guys, is very, very nice. 1.5 kilo, they're saying that it's set at the factory, or 3.3 pounds. but honestly mine is just absolutely beautiful. I really like the trigger on these. The stock as well, made for rough use. It's military grade injected molded nylon, so it's the same as the F90 assault rifle that they make for the ADF. You've got the molded grips on here. Okay, that's molded into the material. Really nice there, no problems with that. Also the trigger guard, that's all one piece, all molded. We've got a Lithgow logo on the bottom of the stock there. That just looks really nice. Like I said, there's just these little sort of finishes to the rifle that really, in my sort of view, set it apart from a lot of the other rifles. Just really nice. Got a rear sling attachment and one at the front there as well. And at the back we've just got a rubber kick pad. Naturally, not that you need it for rimfire, but it just sits nicely in your shoulder and it won't move around. Now we've got 2 spaces in it, so if you want to adjust your length of pull, you can do it anywhere from 32.5 centimeters to 35.5 centimeters, or 12.8 inches to 14 inches. You can adjust that. Now the magazine on it, guys, is just a standard 5-round magazine from Lithgow. I don't know if they're making a 10-round for this at the time of doing this review. I know that the 10-round mag for the 22 LR is in the works and should be available really soon, but not sure about the 22 Magnum. So if you want to go ahead and get a 10-round mag for this, supposedly the CZ455 10-round mags will work fine in these. Haven't been able to test it as yet, but I'm just saying that that's what they advertise. Now, being Australian made, guys, as you can see there on the receiver, honestly, it just gives me a great sense of pride to have one of these rifles, or a couple now actually. But you know, honestly, guys, it really is important, in my view anyway, to support Australian gun makers, because you know, they're having to fight a lot of red tape to get up and in production, and they're still doing it and supporting us here. So provided their product works well, naturally, I think they're deserving of our support. For the price of this, just like when the 22 LR was released, round about the $1,100 mark, I'm seeing, depending on which variation you get. I know it's more, just a little over $1,000 for the synthetic version and a little bit more for the laminate and walnut versions. But being Australian made, you know, like I say, you're supporting jobs here, so that's a big positive in my view. Alright guys, let's get out on the farm now. I am super keen to put this through its paces. As you can see on the top here, I've got pretty much one of my most favourite optics, which is a Trijicon AccuPoint 3-9x40 scope. Really great scope. If you haven't seen the review, I'll put the link here and you can check it out. Alright, let's get out and just see what this rifle is made of. Alright, so we'll start off, we've got 5 different types of ammo here, guys. So we've got the spear loaded with a 30 grain TNT. Then we've got a 30 grain hollow point. This is a CCI Maxi Mag. Then we've got the CCI with the 30 grain VMAX. Then we've got the Winchester with the 40 grain hollow point. And then last of all, we've got the Hornady with the 45 grain critical defense. So we're just going to put 5 rounds through of each, start off there at 50 yards. I've sort of got it half-sided in, so let's just see what sort of groups we can get with this.
Alright guys, let's take a look at the groups here at 50. We've got some really varied results. In general, fairly good except for one ammo, the Winchester. So let's start at the top here with the Federal TNT. At 3 holes just virtually on top of each other here. Measure that. About 0.6 of an inch. Then when we come down to the CCI with the 30 grain hollow points and the Maxi Mag, really nice there. They've come in a little bit, about 0.4 of an inch. So that's really nice. Then when we come up to the CCI with the 30 grain VMAX, still a very nice cluster, don't get me wrong, but it's spread a little bit compared to the other CCI. So probably a little bit more. 0.6 of an inch. Then when we come up to the Winchester, man, I don't know what was going on there, but it was throwing them everywhere, so I definitely don't recommend that ammo. So let's measure that. Yeah, we're at 3.1, yeah, 3.1 inches, which is just terrible. Then when we come down here to the Hornady 45 grain critical defense, I mean, look at that, for a 45 grain round that really is ideal for hunting. Look at that, that's just really sensational. We've got 0.3 of an inch. So that's just amazing, isn't it, for the 22 Magnum? It's really come a long way, the 22 Magnum, I find, just with ammunition and also the rifle. So I think I'm going to go for the Hornady critical defense, but what we might do, guys, we'll throw a fresh target up. Let's put it out to 100, because as most of you know, a lot of people will shoot out to 100 with the 22 Magnum, and we'll just see how the groups go with the critical defense, and we'll also use the 30 grain Maxi Mag from CCI. Alright guys, we've found a clear winner here. So we start off here, that was a CCI 30 grain Maxi Mag. So spread a little bit, zero that, so we're exactly precise. So 1.2 inches. So look, not too bad, but not as good as the Hornady. Now let's have a look at this. So we have 0.7 of an inch at 100 yards. That's absolutely brilliant for the 22 Magnum. I can't be happier, guys, so that's going to be the ammunition that I'm going to sight this in for and have a bit of fun. Let's just show the loading of the magazine, guys. No difficulties there. I've had no fail to feed or any problems like that with the magazine. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up with my final thoughts on the Lithgow LA101 Crossover in 22 Magnum. Honestly guys, I can't say anything negative about the rifle. It just shoots brilliantly. It's Australian made. I love the manipulation of the bolt. You know, the bolt knob is just so easy to manipulate. It's just a really nice rifle to shoot. Any of you who have got one of these in 22LR would know exactly what I'm talking about. As for the accuracy, what more do you want? Shooting well under an inch there at 100 with 5-shot groups. I mean, for a 22 Magnum, that is just absolutely brilliant. So I'm very happy with it. The construction of it, just everything about it, I absolutely love it. And honestly guys, big tick of approval from me. Get out, place your orders on these because they're gonna sell like hotcakes. All right guys, hope you enjoy the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.